Well, howdy folks. Okay. This is an up and personal unboxing in which I actually show my face. Been really busy with a new puppy, so be honest, I haven't felt like being in front of a camera at all. But today, something really cool arrived in the mail, which is the Parrot Swing. Now this is a couple of years old, so I'm sure this is not new to any of you, but I just thought it was a really cool drone. It's one of the first drones, or one of the earlier drones that converted. So basically it starts, from an X-Wing configuration and lifts off like a traditional quad, and you can just kind of pilot it around just like that. And then it transitions into, like, if you can imagine, like an X-Wing fighter from Star Wars flying through the sky, right? So I thought that was kind of cool. I thought that would be really interesting to kind of play around with. It's not FPV or anything like that. There's no camera. You can use your smartphone, I believe, just to augment the controls. But anyway, I don't know too much about it other than it looks like a lot of fun to fly. And I bought one for like $80 Canadian, which is pretty cheap because I think they were initially probably 200 US or 300 Canadian, so quite a lot. Anyway, I keep picking up these slightly older drones for for steals, just to kind of play around with them and just to have some fun. Anyway, so let's open it up. But of course, first, it's tool time. Before we open anything, it's tool time. And today it's a very special tool because this also came in the same box, well, as the same UPS package as this Parrot drone, which is my new Benchmade Bug Out. Ta-da! Yes. It is a beauty. Why am I so excited about a knife? Well, Benchmade itself is an incredible company. First of all, a lot of their knives are made in the United States, which I really appreciate. Golden, Colorado is their main home. They have a really, really great lock called an Axis lock, which has been imitated by some Chinese manufacturers, but it's considered one of the stronger locks along with cold steel knives. So that's something I really appreciate. Plus, it allows for ambidextrous opening and closings. Sorry, it's a little bit stiff still, so I've just got it. There's a thumb stud on either side if you want to open it by just using the thumb stud, or you simply pinch the axis and close it, or pinch the axis and open it. And it's not illegal in most places. It's not considered an assisted opener, so not to worry. In Canada, not sure, but they deliver it, so I'm keeping it. Anyway, I'll put some links up. Benchmade Bug Out, my new favorite knife. One of the main reasons, though, too, is that it's super, super lightweight. 1.8 or 2.2 ounces. You'll see the right figure up there. But this will be the kind of knife that I carry around the house every single day. When I go out, sometimes I take a more expensive knife or something fancier. Often I'll take my Benchmade Triage, simply because it gives me a seatbelt cutter and a window breaker, if I should find myself in an emergency, or, find somebody by the roadside that is in need of, being extricated from their car or whatnot. So I do like to carry the Benchmade Triage when I'm out driving around. But for inside the house, this will be fantastic. Anyway, enough of the knives. Let's open it. Let's cut open these seals. Yeah, I wonder if I'm going to find a lot of mystery parts like I've done previously. Okay, it's going to be a little harder to keep in frame given I'm not filming straight down, but bear with me. I'm experimenting on filming techniques, guys, to to just try to make it more interesting, to be honest. Because I know top-down's kind of boring. This way you get to look at me. Aren't you lucky? Anyway, so two things inside the main box. Like so. Or as the French would say, comme ça. Alright. So there's the drone itself, and one must assume here is the controller. Okay. So let's just kind of put that off to the side for a second. Controller. Always tape. But we have our Benchmade Bug Out. No big deal. By the way, I'm not paid by Benchmade. But Benchmade, feel free to send me any knives you like. I'll be happy to review them. I love your products, really. I seriously do. and just a couple of pieces of tape. I guess I opened that upside down. So there we go. Ooh, look what's inside. Still tracking my face. Anyway, I always like Parrot remotes. These guys are incredible engineers. I've never owned a Parrot, but I've played with a number of them, either in stores or, you know, out in the field with friends, and they're really, really great engineers. The Germans are often credited as being, you know, really precise and whatnot, but surprisingly, the French are a pretty creative bunch too. I've worked with a number of French engineers over the years, and they've got their own take on things, right? Just like I guess we all do in different places in the world. Okay, so there's really not much else except this controller, which feels quite heavy. There's a book, a little fly pad. Okay, I'm not sure what's in here. Probably props or batteries, I would expect. Or cable, okay. Okay. I'm going to use the edge of my knife, not cutting, just as a minor aid to prying. There we go. Okay, just a USB cable. And then this contraption. That looks like a phone holder. Now, I did see a review for this, and it was pretty simple to put together. There's a small screw right here, and then basically it kind of firmly clamps around this and bolts in. A number of the cheaper quad manufacturers, the plastic holders they supply with the phone are made of really, really thin or really, really toy-grade plastic, and they don't tend to give you much confidence. And I mean, if you're putting a $600 iPhone in there on a $30 drone or even a $100 drone, you really don't want that $600 iPhone hitting the concrete, right? So be careful. But this looks solid, as you'd expect from Parrot. Okay, put that away for now. Okay, so the holder, we have the instructions, but we're not going to do instructions because we don't read instructions until stuff starts to break. Then we read instructions. Put those over there. Okay, the drone. The drone. More tape for the drone, or is it just tabs? Yeah, more tape, obviously. What does it say? Security seal. Ooh, it's very secure. Wow, look at that. That was hard to break. Another one. Bites the dust. Okay. Big reveal. You ready? Drum roll. I'm going to insert a big drum roll here. You just wait. Drum roll. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, yes, I'm a Star Wars fan too, you know. By the way, little trivia, that was the first movie I ever saw in my life in 1977. Yep, I was just little. Anyway, I'm not that old, but I am that old, yeah. Anyway, zoom, 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 zoom. Okay, let's take it out. So, another little instruction manual that we'll never read, let's be honest. Okay. This, in fact, might be props, or is there another USB cable jammed in so hard I have to use a knife to get it out? Yeah. Canada, there are only two kinds of problems. Problems you can fix with a hammer, and problems you can fix with a knife. Guess which one this is? Actually, I think this is just going to kind of slip out. Anyway, there it is. Okay, so we got props, and we have one battery. God, I really hope there's more than one battery for this thing. It looks like a ride to fly. I really don't want to fly with just one battery. Alright, we're going to see if it just comes out underneath. See if there are any hidden gems like there have been in the past. Snaptane review watchers, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, no, nothing under there. Alright. But, wow. This thing... Oh, dude, this thing really is small. I'm just going to turn my monitor back on again. For some reason it stopped. So, yeah, it's flexy, which I think is a good thing. The wings seem to be made of just essential foam board like you'd find in any kind of RC aircraft. They've got very tiny brushless motors.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Interestingly, they're very specifically canted. They're like on a maybe a 15 or 20 degree incline each in towards the plane of the center of the center axis of the wings. Okay, so I see the slot for the battery just back here, and it looks like, yeah, there is only one battery. Now, what people have applauded about Parrot sensors is, you know, their technology. So they've got, I think, a sonic sensor back here, and of course there are optical sensors up front. So, you know, even on a toy like this, there's some pretty amazing technology. Anyway, I like it. I dig this little thing. So, like I say, not much to it. Extra props, one battery, a cable, the phone holder. Alright. Well, shall we put the phone holder together? Why not? Let's not be late. That's not bad. Again, seems pretty tight. See if I've got a smartphone. Closing that Benchmade knife. Alright, it's my spare phone that I use for drones, pretty much typically. Now, here's a beef I've got. See if anybody else agrees with me. I don't know about Android, but on iPhones, the thumb button's down here on the bottom, right? Okay, so you're kind of used to pressing that thumb button, using it for unlocking when you've got the, you know, the security feature or whatnot. Now, DJI always wants me to flip my phone around so that that thumb button, the home button, is now on the left side. Now, when I want to do stuff real quick, I'm really not used to going on the left side. So DJI, I don't know why you lock me into that. You know, the phone is capable of like switching around and orienting either left or right equally well, but DJI wants it locked into that one position. I really hate that. Please don't do that. Fix it, okay? All right, so there it is holding the phone. No big deal. Looks like it holds it well. Okay. So what have we got to look forward to? Quadcopter mode, vertical takeoff, fast plane mode. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Parrot Swing, do you dig? Oh, by the way, the fly pad also has to be charged up before you can use this thing. So just factor that into the equation, folks. And yes, these beautiful Asgard Studio t-shirts will be coming soon. This was a beta. I'm not happy with it, so... Manual. You know, I got these, what do you call it, transition lenses. They're supposed to help you reading and stuff. Yeah. About as useless as the manuals. And